Good morning, everybody. This is Zach. I am going from Fat to Jacked, and it is day 73. It is quite a bit of snow on the ground right now. Well, okay, so let's rephrase this. It's a lot of snow on the ground for this for Tennessee boy standards. The reality is it's only a couple of inches. Having said that, for everyone who is in the you don't live in the north, you know there's more snow coming brigade. Don't worry, there is more snow coming. It is going to be down into the negatives here at night and early next week. It is going to be highs in like the teens, and we're expecting somewhere between 5 to 9 inches of snow on Friday to Friday night. So I am actually today getting to work out because I got to be honest, I think tomorrow there's going to be too much on the ground to really go and do much. I live off of a cul-de-sac, and as a result, these roads are not really plowed. Any of you who grew up in the country know what it's like to have country roads where snow plows are a suggestion instead of a requirement. In these little back coves like this, it's much the same. So I'm currently driving on about an inch of ice and snow, which is why, well, it may take a little longer than normal to get to the gym. The main roads are probably clear. For those of you guys who are not used to living in northern states, they do have snow plows aplenty here. As a matter of fact, most landscape companies go from doing landscaping work during the warm months to pushing snow plows in the cold months. It's kind of how they make their living here. Pretty ingenious and useful, because otherwise I'm not entirely certain there'd be a way to keep up with it all. But yeah, so today is going to be leg day. I did not do squats last leg day. I tried, but I had made the mistake of really maxing out my leg extensions first. Doing one leg extensions, because none of the machines in my gym at this point have enough weight on them to really handle what I would want to push weight-wise with my legs. So I've got to do one leg at a time just to make sure I'm getting a workout. And oh boy, did I. My legs were torched. I hopped on that hack squat and tried to do about one rep, and it was just like, nope. This isn't coming back up. So that's why I wasn't in the recording. The good news is the gym will probably not be that busy today, because, well, yeah, it's snow and ice everywhere. So it's really easy when it's like this to say, I'm not going to go. It'll warm up later. But, part of living in a northern state like this is, there's going to be a lot of days like this. An entire chunk of the winter, January and February is going to be like this. Am I going to spend 2 months not working out? No. And besides, like I said, even right now, there's some slush and stuff on the primary road artery here, but it's mostly clear. So these main roads, they do a decent job keeping them clear. So I can't really complain about that too much. But my shoulder is feeling a lot better. I'm not unconvinced that when I was doing my standing rows the other day for my upper body workout, that didn't pull my shoulder back out of socket to an extent, or stretch it out or something, because it has felt so much better since I did that particular workout. So I think what I'm going to be doing for the next probably 2 to 4 weeks is just doing upper body workouts that don't involve me pressing anything in any way. I will isolate my triceps, try to do, I'm even probably going to have to take it easy on doing isolated shoulder work, because that's really where the harm is, and I don't want my right shoulder to get way stronger than my left. I had seen some decent gains in my shoulders. I was actually starting to feel some kind of that boulder push there, but I'll have to probably lose some of that just for the sake of that joint healing. But you know what? You can work them back up. It's better than having a nagging injury that never goes away. And it will be months before I do bench press again. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy bench press, but it and I have a toxic relationship at this point. I do know it's because I was not doing it correctly. My form was poor, and that's why I hurt my shoulder. But that is how I keep hurting my shoulder, is bench press. So I know that's like one of the Trinity lifts for the gym, but honestly, it might be something I just have to let go. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Maybe I can do them later, but I don't know that it's worth the consistent repeating injuries, which is what I've been dealing with it. So, we're going to find out. On other home fronts, I am going to be getting divorced. She and I just don't really have a path forward. Not going to go into a lot of details on it, but it's been going on for a couple of months, guys, and I really almost borderline since this channel started. These issues have been up since I started re-recording and everything. Not completely since the beginning. I would say the first couple of weeks it wasn't really there, but it's been there for most of the time. She and I still care about each other, but at some point you have to recognize a marriage is about more than loving the other person. And the reality is we just have some areas where we're very fundamentally just not compatible. And we have tried for a very long time, and that effort has borne some fruit, but it has also caused an enormous amount of pain for both of us. So yeah, the reality is that's probably going to be it. It's going to be, I know I'm going to get hit with joint child support. I know that my wife is a stay-at-home mother. I'll probably get popped some alimony for a couple of years. That's okay. She stayed at home with the kids. As a result, she wasn't able to pursue a career, and she did it for a long time. And I don't wish her ill, and she doesn't wish me ill. And it's going to be a change for sure. It'll be a change, but this is life sometimes, guys. I know change can be hard, especially when it's a big one like this, and there will be hard things about it, but I'm at peace with it. Everyone knows the 5 stages of grief, and I am at acceptance. It seems like I'm not looking at the camera. It's not because I'm trying to avoid its gaze. It's because it's snowy on the road, and it's not safe to watch a phone screen while driving in the ice. So you guys will just have to kind of see me looking around everywhere to be safe. But we'll still be living together for a while. She's going to be getting a job and getting her own place established and set up. And the reality is, the better paying job she can get, the better off the kids will be in their time with her, and the better off, the less off to pay child support, realistically. So that's not a terrible thing either. We're going to be doing joint custody. My guess is what we're going to go for is probably week on, week off, where we're going to be staying in the same area. So they'll be living with her for a week. They'll be living with me for a week. I think is kind of what we're going for. And that would allow them to spend time with both of us. It would allow both of us to still be influences in their lives. And not unimportantly, I have 4 kids. One of my children is autistic. And even with 2 of us, it can be a lot sometimes. It can be a lot of times, actually. So a week on, week off will also do a good job of just giving us breaks. Because what she and I would do if we were living together is we would try to give each other breaks. I'll cover this, you go chill, you go, if you want to go out and do something, hey, we're not here, let's go out and relax. Man, it's more of a couples thing, but we won't be able to do that for each other anymore. But we will be able to, through the fact, that they'll be living with us a week at a time. I think that'll give us both. And it'll also give us both time and the ability to rebuild our own lives. Because neither one of us really want to get back into dating right away. I know I don't, and I don't believe she does either. Of course, she could be wrong. She could be lying to me. She could have it lined right up. I mean, it's always possible, but I don't believe she is. I don't have a reason to disbelieve her at this point. So, it'll make getting back on our feet, establishing, because part of the thing that they don't really tell you with divorce is it's like dying. Or it's like the person you were with died. It's like the life you had died. It's like it's a huge change. It's a change, completely changes the way you live. And realistically, this is going to be the biggest change I have gone through in the way that I live. Probably since I left home and went out on my own. I guess you could technically say getting married and having kids, but I didn't take very long to adjust to having. I know a lot of people really struggle with oh man, it was, we had kids and it was so hard. I was used to having kids around after a week, maybe 2. It was not a hard, becoming a parent was not a difficult adjustment for me. I was lucky in that sense. Sometimes it's hard for some people. It was not hard for me. So I'm looking forward to kind of see where things go next. I'm still going to be a parent, but half the time I'm also going to be a single dude and not completely sure how to do that. I have been Zach the father and Zach the husband for so long. I don't really know how to be Zach the single guy. I was talking to my wife about this. I made a Tinder account just to see what that looks like, and oh God, is that a hellscape? Oh boy, if there's a lot of you that are the age where that's the only dating you've ever known, my heart bleeds for you, because oh my Lord, that's horrible. But the reality is the stuff I'm doing right now is going to improve my health and my life. It's also going to make dating a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable. So, to new beginnings, guys. It's the beginning of the year. I didn't really talk or post a lot around New Year's because it was kind of a hard time for me. But, this is going to be a new stage and a new step in my life. It wasn't one that I necessarily wanted right off the cuff, but at this point, I do. I've had enough time to think, pray, and reflect on it, and this is something we should have done a while ago, to be perfectly honest. I'm glad we didn't, because we would have been still in Tennessee. And the reality is I had wanted to get out of Tennessee for a very long time. So I can't really be too mad about it. And I can't be mad about how a lot of it worked out, because I've got beautiful children. And for all the hurt, there was a lot of good memories too. So that's life, y'all. I'm glad she and I figured it out at 37 instead of 47 or 57. So, all right, back on health. I am going into the gym. It is going to be leg day. I think I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do hack squats. I'm going to do hamstrings. Probably hack squats, hamstrings, glute raises, quad extensions, glute extensions, and calves, I think, is my target for today. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how I feel. And hopefully I'll have some footage up for you guys later. All right. This is Zach. I am going from fat to jacked, and I will catch you guys later. See you inside.